Hello, I am Joa Muñe and today I'm going to teach you how to paint this Christmas bubble step by step. These bubbles are ideal to give as a present or for your own Christmas tree. So come and learn with me. This Christmas bubble is made on glass, so the first step you want to do before painting is to make sure that the surface is free of any grease or any dirtiness. For that, use any window cleaner product, and I am going to use a paper tissue. It's better to use a paper tissue because you know they are like really clean. If you use like cloth or something like that, perhaps that has some fat or oil or dirtiness, and you don't want that. We just make sure that we clean thoroughly all the bubble, and you try to hold it from the top and the bottom. That way you don't add more grease from your hands to the glass. Once you think that is clean, you remove the excess of the product. You also could use white spirit and then pass a little bit of alcohol on top, but for smells purposes I want to keep my studio free of heavy smells. This is ready. I'm going to write the word Riff. Is a Dutch name for a little boy. There you have. This is my example, just to have a rough idea of the style I'm going to paint the name. So now I am ready to transfer my design into the bubble. The first thing you need to take into consideration is how the bubble is going to be hung. So the bubble is coming from here, so the front is going to be either here or the other side. I want my name to be in this side. So what I'm going to do is, with this pencil, this is an Aquarelle Stabilo. It's really good for writing on glass and it erases really easy. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to trace the center based on the way that the bubble hangs, and I am going to trace a line that is going to be my baseline. You want this line to be not too low because I am going to write the name, and to the right I am going to add a shadow. Okay, there you have it. I hope you can see it. This pencil is perfect because I can see it, but it's not too strong that it can be like you cannot see it through the paint. So now I take my design. In this case the name Riff has 3 letters. I find the middle, and then that's where I started. So I write here the I in the center, then I go towards my right, continue with the F, and then I go back and I do my R. So I want my R more or less here. Sometimes I do my sketch on paper and then I change it a little bit once it is on the glass based on the form of the bubble. So right now I want this R to come way more down here. So it will look more or less like this. What you do on the glass with the pencil is just a rough sketch. Doesn't have to be exact. I hope you can see it well there. The next step that I usually do is I use a brush. In this case, this is like a makeup brush. Of course, I don't use it for makeup. I keep this brush in my studio. I use it for removing dust and things like that. So what I am going to do is to pass it softly on the pencil. That way I remove the excess of the pencil, trying like to erase as much as I can, but still leaving a trace for me that I can see it. Because what you don't want is that you have too much pencil that once you paint, you can see the pencil through the paint. That's not the idea. So I do not know if you can see it, but I have removed a lot, but I still can see like where is that I am going. And now I am ready to paint it. I'm going to use Craftmaster paint for painting this bubble. This paint is for sign writing. It's really nice. It has a very strong pigmentation, so you can see that it's a very beautiful color. And it's oil based, so you will need white spirits for getting the right consistency of your paint. Here I have the paint I'm going to use. It is a little bit thick because I just took it directly from the tin. So I'm going to add a little bit of white spirits. You don't need to add much. Just add as much as you need for getting the right consistency. Yeah, this is looking good to me. And now I am ready to start painting. Here it is. Look how beautiful. So you still can see some of the marks from the pencil, but don't worry about it. Once the paint is dry and you are done with your design, you can clean that with no problem. So what I'm going to do now here is to wait for the paint to dry, and then I am going to add the shadows. My paint is dry and I am ready to paint the shadow, and for that I am going to use white paint. Because you are working on a round surface, time to time you will need to adjust the position of the bubble. Feel free to do it. There is nothing wrong with this, and as you can see, I have been doing it when I am doing the shadows. There you have. So here is our bubble completed. So we already painted, add the white shadow, and the only thing we need to do is to clean the marks of the pencil. For that, you can use almost anything. In reality, sometimes I use a tissue of paper and I use again Mr. Muscle. You also could use simply water. Because the truth is that this pencil come out from the glass really easy, even with a little bit of a rub from your fingers. I hope you can see this. It comes out. However, I prefer to do it a little bit more delicate. So for that, I'm going to use the Mr. Muscle and just give it a gentle rub. And that's it. You can see here on the cloth the yellow color from the pencil. This pencil is very creamy, so it comes out really easy. And there you have. This is a beautiful Christmas bubble. It's on glass and it's perfect for giving us a gift. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, learning how to paint this Christmas bubble. If you would like to learn more about sign painting, I have some online courses. So I invite you to visit my website. I leave it over here. And in the section of online courses, you're going to find all the information. Don't say more. That's all. Wish you a lovely day and see you soon. Bye-bye.